The 11th April editorials of the Hindu. The advent of a holistic approach to One Health. The advent of a holistic approach to One Health, written by Ajay Kumar Sood, the principal scientific advisor to Government of India. The interdependence between humans, animals, and environment has been made increasingly evident with the emergence of pandemics such as COVID 19. It is not just humans who are affected by pandemics but also livestock. An example being the outbreak of lumpy skin disease that has spread across countries. The recent decision on the National One Health Mission by the Cabinet marks a milestone. In July 2022, the Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council (PMSTAC) endorsed the setting up of the National One Health Mission. Since then, 13 ministries and departments as well as science funding agencies, this includes the Department of Science and Technology, the Department of Biotechnology, the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, the Department of Pharmaceuticals and Ayush or Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. The Ministries of Health, Animal Husbandry and Environment as well as Defense came together to shape the mission, taking one of the most holistic approaches to One Health and pandemic preparedness in the world. There was consensus among the leadership of these ministries to have a National Institute for One Health. Based in Nagpur, it is to be the anchor in coordinating activities nationally and the nodal agency to coordinate international activities across the space of One Health. The foundation stone of this institute was led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on December 11, 2022. More a journey. The goals of the National One Health Mission. The goal of National One Health Mission are to develop a strategies for integrated disease surveillance, joint outbreak response, coordinated research and development, and ensure seamless information sharing for better control of routine diseases as well as those of a pandemic nature. While diseases that affect humans, such as COVID 19, are well known, diseases that affect animals, such as foot and mouth disease or lumpy skin disease, can hit productivity and trade. Similarly, these and other diseases, such as canine distemper, affect wild animals and their conservation. Only a coordinated approach will ensure that we are the better prepared for such diseases as well as those that can cause the next pandemic such as avian influenza or Nipah. Pandemic preparedness is incomplete without there being a focus on strong R&D. Focused R&D can ensure that we are better prepared for emerging diseases through the development of tools such as vaccines, therapeutics and diagnostics. That is critical for India and the world. This is where all the participating departments such as DBT, CSIR, the Indian Council of Medical Research and Indian Council of Agricultural Research and the Department of Pharmaceuticals will play a role. It is not just government departments but also our academic centers and the private sector that will be the critical stakeholders in making this a reality. All these efforts can become effective only when there is close coordination between center and states. Therefore, working with states will not only help them in introducing this approach in a much better way at the ground level, but the lessons also learned in the process of implementation will help in evolving an effective strategy. The approach of up to One Health is more a journey than a destination. The approach to One Health is more of a journey than to a destination. The approach to One Health is more a journey than a destination. A network of laboratories. Under the mission, a national network of high risk pathogen biosafety level or BSL 3, biosafety level or BSL 3 and BSL 4. Under the mission, a national network of high risk pathogen laboratories has been created. Bringing such laboratories that are managed by different departments together will serve to address the disease outbreak response better regardless of human, animal, and environmental sectors. There will be better resource utilization of expensive but much needed infrastructure, but also good linking from across sectors, better to tackle diseases such as Nipah that involves bats, pigs, and humans, for example. Further, Further, India has to augment its epidemiology and data analytic capability. Under the mission, efforts are being made to apply artificial intelligence and machine learning and disease modeling to address these issues and coordinate capacity building in epidemiology across sectors. Emerging approaches such as genomic surveillance from wastewater showed promise during the COVID 19 pandemic. This will be expanded to other sentinels, such as places where animals congregate for a broader set of diseases to be taken up so that we mainstream these approaches to be a part of routine surveillance across human, livestock, and environmental sectors. A global subject. One Health is a global topic. During India's presidencies of G20, this approach was highlighted and widely endorsed by all the members to work together in specific areas such as building better surveillance capacity, analytic capability, and setting up an international network of One Health institutes. One Health is not just limited to diseases, it concerns wider aspects such as antimicrobial resistance, food safety, plant diseases, and the impact of climate change on all of these. Intersectoral topics such as One Health require close engagement of not just different governmental agencies but also non governmental organizations, academia, the private sector, and also citizens. Such an approach focused on an actionable framework will further the goal of moving closer to the clarion call of One Earth, One Health, and Health for All. To the clarion call of One Earth, One Health, and Health for All. The second article is related with Kacha Thivu demands thinking outside the box. It is related with the what we say island Kacha Thivu island, which had been given to Sri Lanka by India back in 1974. So it is written by V. Surya Narayan. So I would be reading selected few lines. Bilateral agreements have a sanctity of their own and cannot be scrapped based on the whims and fancies of every party in power. Okay. Hmm. M. Karunanidhi's attitude was strange when the deal was signed. Before the signing of the agreement, then Foreign Secretary Keval Singh visited Madras to hold discussions. M. Karunanidhi should have followed the stance taken by B.C. Roy, who went to the Supreme Court of India on the issue of transfer of Berubari to East Pakistan. B.C. Roy submitted evidence that Berubari was an integral part of India, and to give away Indian territory to a foreign country, the constitution would have to be amended. The court upheld the claim. As the Philippines, India's image, okay, the need for bold decisions. Every challenge provides an opportunity. The problems in the Park Bay can be solved only if we start thinking outside the box. Here are two suggestions. The Park Bay is not a barrier but a bridge between India and Sri Lanka. We must convert the Park Bay from being a contested territory to one that is common heritage. The first essential prerequisite is for the government of India to ban all fishing equipment which are banned in Sri Lanka. And then we should work to ensure that fishermen can equitably enjoy the rich marine wealth. There can be a formula. Sri Lankan fishermen can fish in the Park Bay for 3 days, while Indian fishermen can fish on the other 3 days. On one day can be a holiday. Second, let us encourage the Tamil fishermen of both countries to meet, form cooperative societies, and venture into deep sea fishing. The trawlers can be modified into vessels that can assist the mothership. Such joint ventures will also help repair the damage Indian fishermen have caused to the livelihood of their Tamil counterparts. It is only bold initiatives such as these that can lead to a win win situation. Then the third article is related. It's Pandora's box. More revelations from electoral bonds necessitate a thorough investigation. More revelations from electoral bonds necessitate a thorough investigation. Loss making companies were donating substantial sums. Profit making firms were making donations exceeding their aggregate profits. Some donor firms were not reporting data on net profits or direct taxes. Some newly incorporated firms were making donations before the stipulated 3 year period after being formed. The list of the rule breaking and suspect sources of the funding is significantly large. RBI and Election Commission of Indian officials RBI and Election Commission of India officials were emphatic. RBI and Election Commission of India officials were emphatic in their apprehensions that the bonds scheme could be utilized in money laundering and tax evasion. Yet, the Union Finance Ministry went ahead with the scheme. In the 5.5 years of its operation, thousands of crores were encashed by political parties. The judiciary must prod these institutions. A clean-up of campaign and electoral financing is a must for a healthy democracy. A clean-up of campaign and electoral financing is a must for healthy democracy. Thank you.